There's few moments in life that make you feel like you've made it. Subscribers on YouTube, honestly, feel kind of like nothing. But getting your picture put up in a place you've been going to constantly over the years, that makes you feel a type of way. Look at that. I made it. Assuming this, of course, doesn't get removed once the Halloween decorations go away. We'll see. Every October, VRChat does the same things. Lots of updates pushed out before the Christmas break, and spooky maps galore, etc., etc. It's Halloween.
My God.
Well, not anymore. But let's run down some new things quick, because God knows nobody reads the patch notes.
It's just not a functional conversation, so...
My foot tracker.
Did you die? Did you die? Did you die? Did you die? Did you die?
New quick menu looks like this now, which is better than this. It has this Live Now button that shows you all the ongoing events that are, you guessed it, live now, which is a big thing I've been pushing for constantly over the course of my entire channel's existence, so this is a big win. Get new players into these event spaces that are moderated over the cesspits that are public worlds. You can boot people now. It's basically the Facebook equivalent of pokes. It does nothing but get people's attention, which I actually like. It's better than sending an invite request to people and then having a message attached that they don't respond to because they instead just accept it and you get an invite. Marketplace has its own place now, finally, though it is still front and center in the avatars tab. Not a fan of that. Speaking of the shop, during Halloween, they had limited time pets you could buy, and using them, you could collect candy and get a badge. I got the badge. I got the pets too. These fucking animals. Not because I bought them. No, don't get me wrong. I would never actually spend money on shit like this. Somebody gifted them to me because they wanted to get the badge faster and not have to go looking for them, which I think is a lot more common than people realize. There's a lot of whales that play this game.
I looked up, I didn't react. I was like, oh, really?
You went to bed without giving his good night kiss. What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? Put this in the video. Yeah.
It's always did you, it's never how are you.
Microtransactions are an uncomfortable topic. It's a slippery slope. As a free game, it is understandable to have these in place in order to make a profit. But we also don't want it to go too far, to the point something like Fortnite has gone, which is pretty bad. I did think on it for a bit though, and came to the realization that nothing really changes in terms of gameplay. Because of the way VRChat works, anything they could add would already be possible to just slap on an avatar, which you can upload. Like all the VR camper stuff we use is on our avatars. Now we just have an easier option of slapping down the built-in fireplace, but everything else is still there. The concern isn't so much gameplay though. It's on the menu and how much they shove these microtransactions in your face. And that's something we can all agree should not happen, ever. Keep that shit in the store. A picture on the launch pad is alright as well, but don't let it bleed out elsewhere. And also abusing people's FOMO. There's a real concern where there could be a marketplace that develops where people sell their accounts because they've hoarded all these time-limited items. It's like a RuneScape party hack. That should have never happened. Discord has badge hunters too, and it is a very effective strategy. Whales love this and like I said, there's a lot of whales that play this game. What's she in for?
Drogas y cocaína. Wait, they're the same thing. Tax evasion.
VRChat came out on iOS, which isn't surprising considering it was on Android for a while and in beta on iOS, and the experience is surprisingly smooth if you have a decent phone. However, right, personally, me, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why they did this at all. I mean, I guess maybe I do. Maybe I do get it, right? They saw things like PUBG Mobile and saw the potential market that exists there more players plus microtransactions, which we already talked about, equals more money. And let's not lie to ourselves. I think that most of the reason they did this is more money. They want more money. That said, it is annoying for us on PCVR. And now even the Quest people, because what we see is very disconnected from what they see. And many of the worlds and events we can go to, they can't. And this makes a problem when somebody on mobile maybe wants to join a community, and that community can't accommodate them. I had this happen to me. Guy joins my community asking to hang out with people, but he's on mobile. And because of that, he can't really do anything with anyone. It sucks. What also sucks is that on the creator side, I know there will be this expectation to make everything compatible for the lowest specs available, which no longer is a low spec PC, it's a damned phone. There should not be an intense requirement for creators to accommodate the new iOS users. Creators should be free to create as they want, and that includes keeping things PC only without being punished. So the users that take up half the game that are on PC aren't fed a subpar quality product just to accommodate those on a different system. I still get pissed off at the Quest requirements. I mean, me and Panda will always say this, I miss my popular PC Worlds tab. Put a pin in that.
Want to do a quick water break?
You can clone it if you want.
We don't need an establishing shot for 19 minutes of him walking around.
Yeah, I do. I want to make sure that I know exactly where he is.
All right, big thing that happened. Something that happens every year. Spookality happened. And it was not as good as last year.
Hello.
What the f was that?
In fact, I was kind of disappointed. No shame to the creators. I think it's a lot more on VRChat this time. Mainly because what they wanted was replayability, which kind of limits the horror aspect and makes it more of a game thing. But also, they had the 2 world tabs last year, and we got that diversity. This year, that didn't happen. How shit was Spookality this year?
I'm gonna be honest, nothing on that page looked interesting to me. So on a scale of 1 being really shit and 10 being really good, like a 3. Because there were some good maps.
And lastly, they, like every World Jam, they left everything too late. I want Spookality to start at the beginning of October, so I have time to go through everything before the fall blues start in November. I mean, let's be real, guys. By the time Halloween passes, everybody is so tired of the spooky stuff, they throw it all in the back of the closet immediately and don't think about it till the next year. October 21st was when Spookality started last year, and it was something similar this year. It's too late, man. And it's not just when the jam gets released to us as players, but when it gets announced to creators. There's not enough time. I've said this multiple times on other videos, but VRChat creators are not the same as game developers or people who take part in separate game jams elsewhere on the internet. And even if they were, I don't know that the people who play VRChat would really even appreciate that. VRChat enables people to make stuff with a far lower entry requirement, which means most VRChat creators are people who have other jobs, people who do other stuff as well, and can't dedicate much of their time to create a polished game experience for people. Right now, VRChat gives 21 days notice from announcement to the end deadline. If you want good maps to fit to a specific theme, like the replayable thing this year, you need to give more time. I'd say double. Otherwise, if you just want spooky things, leave it as is and people can work on them all year. I think a lot of the big creators have realized it's just not worth the stress taking part in these jams the way they are now. This year, we saw a bunch of replayable games that aren't that fun, broken messes, unfinished maps, and the occasional decent, really short experience. Really, out of the entire Spookality list, my personal opinion is that the only ones worth a playthrough are Spectre Spectre, The Third Answer, and Stalker. That's it. Replayability my ass. And that's also why I didn't make a video like I did last year. I pray the future jams run better, with a better idea of what the theme is and the timescale of how it works. And I hope PC-only worlds can be included. You know, I actually have a theory about Quest and PCVR and the future of the medium. Now this theory it's not confirmed. It's just a thought right now, and I'd love to do some more research and make a proper video on it. But hear me out. Meta canceled the Quest 4. Pico canceled the Pico 5. All other standalone headsets are kinda crap. And instead these XR companies are focusing on mixed reality and less so the VR experience. I mean, Meta hasn't stopped making headsets. They just shifted gear. But I really see it like they aren't so VR and gaming focused anymore, which is fine. The technology is amazing anyways. We all want to see it get better. Maybe I'm wrong about this whole thing, but looking at those Meta glasses and seeing the weird focus on trying to compete with the Apple Vision Pro when that headset kind of flopped is off-putting. The Meta Store experience is also kind of crap. The Samsung Galaxy XR released and has an easy way to link to a PC and play your existing Steam library. I feel like that is the future, as Valve always does. Do nothing, win. Then you've got the Steam Frame coming out that also is most likely going to connect to Steam and run a PCVR experience. PCVR is going to be much more dominant over time. That's my theory. Growing even more every year, and the standalone headsets aren't being made, so they decrease over time. Games developers should be noticing that and changing their strategies to target that market shift. And a social game such as VRChat should also take notice of that and adjust appropriately. But, of course, I'm not completely sure if that's the whole truth. So for now, that's just a theory. But I do think it holds some weight. If I reorganize my words properly and do real research and make a video on it.
This is peak VRChat times. What are you talking about?
This is how you
My new favorite item.
I hate them. I hate them.
Very.
We shall see what VRChat chooses to do. But my hope is next year we get some really good story horror maps, experience horror maps, less you need 15 people to play this properly type maps. I thought Smile Room 2 was going to come out this year, but I have another stupid theory that Cripsy saw the theme this year for Spookality and went, nah, I wouldn't win with that theme, so I'll do it next year. And that's the reason we didn't get it. I mean, I know it's much more likely that he just doesn't have it fully ready yet, and he could drop it mid-February for all I know. We shall see. And I'll see you next time. Real short video this time, actually.
Just like how they made
Keanu Reeves from Fortnite into a real person.
Yeah. Same principle, I think.
Oh my god. They put him into a game as well. They put him in another game. And then they made him in real life.
Yeah.